know, when they're on the road and making music and that kind of thing. But we just were so cool that we just turned into, you know, we had a more serious relationship.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah. I know you miss her. We all miss her, man. That was something that I think all of us remember where we were, and you know, to this day, it's hard to believe, man. And I know that was something that was tough for you, and we've never spoke about that. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about being with someone like that, as iconic, someone that, like, I never really feels like she leaves. It's just living with her in a different way, and knowing that you have there to protect you. You know, it's someone that Rocky looks to when she can't figure me out. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's real. So, you know, I feel like I've been lucky enough to be around the coolest girl that ever existed, you know, in that time frame. And for her to validate me, to say I must be the coolest guy because she was with me, you know what I mean? And the time we spent together.
You're an okay guy.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think.
Right.
And then, you know, that whole experience, I wouldn't trade it in for anything in the world. And I think I'm luckier than most because everybody loses someone they love at some point. You know what I'm saying? So just because she's famous, that doesn't make my pain any different than anyone else's.
Right.
So I'm able to actually have something normal under a very extraordinary circumstance. So I really consider myself lucky for that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that. Dame Dash is here. Felly, Power 106. Drake tickets on the way. Coming back, we're going to talk a little Rockefeller history. Let's go.
So continue
It's going to be one of those, huh?
stuff since you were
Yeah, we got you, man.
Since you're adjusted at 4:30, shouldn't we do the Lee Daniels stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for
First?
sure. Okay.
Okay.
Power 106, LA's #1 for hip-hop, Felly, with Dame Dash. I got Drake tickets coming up. I got more America Fest tickets coming up. Before we get into some Rockefeller history, so the videos everywhere, Lee Daniels, we're just I don't know that much about him, so I'm just going to call him producer, film producer. He produced Empire, I think Precious. I'm missing a couple other things. Directed Precious.
Yeah.
So you let him borrow some money, and he hasn't paid you back.
Yeah, basically. You know, we had an agreement that if I gave him a certain amount of money, he would give it back in a certain amount of time, and he just simply didn't do it. And, you know, over the years, he's, you know, sold me a lot of different dreams, the same one of me getting my money back, and, you know, we've gone to court about it, and, you know, I haven't really had the pleasure of having a face-to-face with him in about a decade. So I ran into him, and I made sure that he couldn't say that I was doing anything violent, but I just really simply wanted an explanation as to why he thinks he doesn't have to pay me back, and what about our relationship justified that, because we never had a fallout. And, you know, even like how I put him in a different circle with people, the tables that I put him in, like just how he could even justify this in his mind, you know. And it was really hard for him to even fathom my perspective, probably because he's never put up his own dollar in his life. And he doesn't understand what that means and what I could do with, you know, 100,000 times 20 when my kids is on their way to college right now. And I got to pay private school up front. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be independent. And I got to eat the food I kill every day. And knowing that I'm in the movie business, that I was really, you know, I put money to the side just to be able to be independent and make my own movies. And before I invested in myself, I invested in him. And even when he got it and his dreams came true, he just shut the door, locked them, and was like, I'm not even going to pay you your money back again, with no explanation. And just try to ride on my temperament, you know, and say that every time we
Did he not know you very well or something?
Nah, we know each other well.
So how would he think he could do that and it would settle anything but okay with you?
That was the question I asked.
Did you ask? Because you said it was a pleasure to run into him.
If you watched the joint and said, Joe, how you justified that?
I tried to make out everything that you were saying. The harder thing was to hear how he was responding. Like, what was his reason for not paying you?
Well, in the subtitles, he has no reason. He says, I know I'm wrong. Let me make it up to you. He says, I'm going to pay you. Then he tries to offer me another, like to be on another movie, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I just want my money. You know, that's it, man. Like, the thing is, it's like when I give you something the same way, Pauls, I gave it to you, you should give it back to me the same way. I shouldn't have to go to court for it. I should have to talk to a lawyer about it. I shouldn't have to work it off. You know, like, and we from the same place. So the disrespect of it, like, you know, it's almost like he was wanting to provoke me into making a mistake based on emotion so that we could take the attention and the focus off of how much he's betrayed everything about our friendship, our business, and focus on my reaction, which is what everybody does.
I know you're going to get your money back. I was going to say good luck with that, but I don't think I need to wish you good luck with it.
Well, either way, the bottom line is he's not the only one that owes me bread. Like, there's a lot of companies that owe me money that have it and just simply don't think they should give it back. You know, I invested like
if people can let you borrow, if you can let people borrow money and they don't have to give it back, I need to borrow some money.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's like in the street you make examples out of people so they don't do it no more. But you know, you can't approach things that way, or I can. Maybe this could be an example like, yo, stop playing with me. Like, I got a problem with Lionsgate and Grindstone right now over Honor Up. With this dude, Barry. What's his last name? Barry, I mean, if they so disrespectful to the culture that this shit just gotta stop. Like, even when you put up your money, they try to make you feel like a slave. They make you feel funny about asking. It's crazy to, I mean, yo, I got a lot of problems. I got a problem in every business I'm in. So music, I have a problem. In film, you see this problem, and there's more coming. And then in fashion, I got a problem. It's just, this is what people do. This is what corporate business is. They just think that they don't have to pay you back.
Why do you think that is?
I guess there's not so much recourse. There's no debt.
They can hide behind attorneys.
Well, you have to have money to go through a full suit, and there's a lot of technical. That's what leads riding on, like a technicality. But it's like, what about your morality? You know, like, how do you make so
the handshake and your word?
Well, how do you make so much money off the culture and then rob people that you know are good for? Like, he knows I'm a good dude. He knows what I did for him, and he knows, like, he shut me out instead of letting me in. And it's like, dog, like, is it because you look at me as competition? Like, I'm a director now. I didn't, like, my investment was in him, in the culture, in publicly sticking together, showing people that we don't need them, we can do it on our own. But look what he do. And he was like, yo, I promise you, and I'm saying names because I want these people to ask him, like, did you say that? Like, when you get in a room with Oprah, I want Oprah to say, yo, did you really say that I didn't give you no money and that's the reason why he gave you the money? And why shouldn't you give him his money? And Denzel, you threw him under the bus. Like, he was throwing everybody under the bus. Like, Tyler Perry, no one will give me the money but you. So I'm that guy. I'm supposed to be the most dangerous, volatile dude. And I'm the one that gets played the most. I know why they didn't give him the money now. He wasn't going to give it back. And I'm quite sure there's a lot of people that feel just like I do that he owes. But this is like concrete money. Like right now, without interest and all that, it's $2 million. This ain't like my evaluation of $2 million.
Right.
So now we got to go to court again because he's been playing. And it's like I had to drop a $5 million lawsuit on his head. But I just want everybody else to see, like, yo, it ain't nothing for me to put some money on your head as far as legally. So whoever's playing with me legally, trust me, we getting in front of a judge and it might be public. But all I want is what's mine. I'm not going to never get like this unless I'm dead right. But you know, everybody tries to make me look crazy. And y'all seen people rob me for years. I just got to keep wearing it. But when it comes to my money and all that, like, straight up, if I give it to you, don't disrespect me. Please just give it back.
When you saw, how did you end up in the same place as him? I don't even know where that was. I just know there was a lot of noise.
It was the Hollywood Bowl, and it just so happened that a friend of ours had tickets and invited Rocky, but Rocky didn't pick up the phone because we was at the pool. So she called later and was like, oh, this concert's going on now, and we got the tickets. There's 2 seats, and by the way, your man Lee Daniels is here. Ball game, I'll be there and bring a camera, just in case.
We'll be watching, man. And again, I would say good luck, but I don't think you need it.
I mean, I'm just sick of fighting people that I try to help. I'm just sick of culturally us being the worst. And that's why I got this book. I wrote about all my experiences. It's honest. I'm not being vague. I'm calling out names. I'm saying things based on my personal experience. He's in the book, and you can buy it. We did an indie. My man Kenyatta's right here. You know. And,
what's up, Kenyatta?
What's up? And if you look at it, the way we did it was very conscious. It was a strategic thing. Is we gave away knowledge for free because we know how much is needed. Because I know how much I wish I had somebody to tell me who to watch out for and how to do things the right way so we ain't wasting time running on a treadmill and figuring out how to empower each other instead of going against each other. And I wish there was a man there to tell me how to be a man. Because a lot of men just be like, yo, I ain't talking to these young dudes. And then they wonder why the young dudes is bugging. But everybody's so mad at hip-hop in this motherfucking generation because none of the OGs is speaking. They got to guide these cats. And that's why I look at the result. Look where we at with it. People back dying. And everybody like, yo, I hate hip-hop right now. Yeah, because that's how we left it. We supposed to come and educate these people so they don't make the same mistakes, not judge them. And that's the problem right now. We ain't teaching each other. We all trying to fucking run for the plug. Everybody trying to protect the plug. Why? If we do it together, we the plug. And I've been saying this shit for years, and everybody says I'm crazy, and every time I help somebody, they rob me. Every time I get somebody to their dream, they literally lock the doors and try to make me look crazy. You see how it go? I don't get it. Why? I know Jesus went through it, but goddamn, like a good guy gets punished. Period. That's the sacrificial lamb, no matter what. If you're gonna tell the truth, you better be ready to fight. Period.